Hey guys, this is Dahmer's Cool Stuff. This is going to be a week long of videos. Basically, I'm reviewing Max Payne 3, Diablo 3, and finally Dark Knight Rises. It's going to be my first movie review, but the problem is all three of these are connected in this. It is a trilogy of disappointment. Diablo 1 and 2 were great. Max Payne 1 and 2 were great. Batman Begins and Dark Knight were amazing. Max Payne 3 was disappointing. Good, but disappointing. Diablo 3 was okay, but disappointing. Dark Knight Rises was okay, but disappointing. And welcome to Trilogy of Disappointment. So Max Payne 3 came out, and I played the living shit out of it. But the problem is, the game wasn't a Max Payne 3 game. But at the same time, it was. It's gonna get complicated, but let me explain.
I felt the warm kiss of a familiar lover. One who had left only for a while to return, a shadow of
Well, shut the fuck up, inner monologue. You know you sound stupid, right?
I'm sorry, I just feel like it'd be a funny thing to do. Everybody else is doing it.
No, it's not. It's fucking played out, stupid, dumb, and quite honestly, hackneyed at this point. You know, can you just shut up so I can get to a basic Dahmer review?
Okay.
Thank you. Damn! The controls are exactly the same as Max Payne 1 and 2. Shoot dodge until you kill everything. The game is an utter joy to play, especially when it does the slow motion effects the first few times. But by the end of the game, I was so sick of these sequences that I just kept skipping them or fast forwarding them if I could, just to get back into the game because it kind of took me out of the element, so to speak. Holy shit! The weapons are crazy good, and they do about the same amount of damage that you would expect them to.
Wait.
What voiceover? I told you to leave.
There is a severe lack of gore in this game.
But it looks plenty gory to me.
Yeah, but it's all fake gore. All the gore is a palette swap. Hell, on some of the exit wounds, you can still see the original character model. They just splat the, fake gore on top of it.
Huh, thanks. I didn't even notice.
How about this? For this review, I'll correct you if you're wrong.
Okay. I'll let you correct me if I'm wrong. This game has multiplayer in it, but you know what? I never played it. Why, you may ask? Because I didn't feel right playing a Max Payne game with multiplayer in it. The gameplay itself doesn't lend itself very well to multiplayer, so sue me. But hey, from what I heard, the multiplayer is actually not that bad. The voice acting in this game is phenomenal. The cast is all great. I didn't see a sour voice actor out of the entire bunch. Flip side to that, however, the game is a little buggy. Mainly anytime you have a cutscene. For some reason, Max Payne is so synonymous with two-fisting pistols that every time you go into a cutscene, the animators animated him holding two pistols. So when you start the fighting after that cutscene, you're going to two pistols. Problem is, if I have a really big powerful weapon, you go from having that really big powerful weapon to having two pistols. Here, I'll explain it better through my own interpretation of a cutscene. The music in this game is highly atmospheric. It's beautifully haunting, and it sets the mood and the pace for the game. So as you can see, dropping the shotgun for the two pistols wasn't exactly a bright idea just so I can talk to the camera. As a matter of fact, this bright idea got me killed numerous times, which caused a lot of aggravation because it's something so simplistic. I can understand if I press the button to switch from the shotgun to the dual pistols, but you don't. Every cutscene, this happens.
Rodrigo was too rich a prize for them to throw away. Sure, I'd have to work hard to get him back, but I knew the bad guys wanted the boss alive. Almost as much as I did.
And now, continuing. We already mentioned that the gameplay is solid. The set pieces are amazing. The helicopter scene and the club shootout scene were very liberating. Unfortunately, however, towards the end of the game, the difficulty spikes really hard like my drink that I just had. It's guys with automatic weapons, heavily armored, machine guns, rocket launchers, grenades constantly being thrown at you. You die a lot, it pisses you off, and you realize that Max Payne 3, once again, takes the tired and true gameplay of the ending of the first two Max Payne games, where they did something very similar. I just wish the game could stand on its own and not have to rely on bullshit that we had to deal with in the early 2000s.
That's because you suck at this game.
Fuck you, I know that. I just hate the fact that all three Max Payne games have to do that. The rest of the game is fucking awesome until you hit that last boss fight. At least the prick had what's coming to him.
Yeah, the ending sequence is cheap.
Thank you. Now can I get on with the rest of this fucking review? And now on to the rest of this golden shitfest. This game story doesn't feel like a Max Payne game. I'll explain it like this. Look, everybody Max Payne knows is dead. His loved ones are dead, and the people he cares about are dead. And then this game begins, and you meet new people, and you fail them as well.
I knew this was going to be a bad idea, but in the continued absence of any good ones, I decided to go with it.
So in this game, he's already failed life as hard as he can. He's now in charge of protecting a family in Sao Paulo, Brazil. A notoriously hard place to live. And you know what? I could care less about the family he's trying to protect. The people he tries to protect are not the nicest people and come off as shallow and almost as inhumane as the bad guys.
Yeah, but it's the psychological damage done to Max over the years that has given him this knight in shining armor complex. He needs to protect people, but he also has this Sisyphus complex, where he's doomed himself to fail.
That too, but either way, I felt more compelled to Max Payne's wife. I felt more compelled to Mona Sachs. Fuck, I felt more compelled about Vladimir Lem.
They were still alive, at least.
What I'm trying to say is I had no emotional connection to anybody other than Max Payne. Hell, I could care less if they lived, died, got set on fire, ran over by a lawnmower, hell, even if they were thrown into a dumpster full of razor blades and pushed down a very long hill. I gave no fucks. And also, the tone of this game felt more like a Brazilian soap opera than it did a Max Payne game. I mean, the stages in New York setting up Max Payne's final fall from grace, that felt like a Max Payne game. That felt like a Max Payne game to the max. I hate to say it like that, but it really did. The story of crossed mob bosses and dead sons, that's what the game should have been. Not this Brazilian soap opera bullshit. Instead, we get a convoluted story about betrayal, revenge, an angry gringo with a predisposition towards violence, and an overall disappointing story arc. The story in this game definitely brings the whole experience down for me.
You're right. It wasn't doing me any favors. Maybe I'd lost my self-respect, but it's back. I'm excited. Really.
Look, I referred to this game as a golden shitfest. I'll tell you why. The bullet time effects and the gameplay in general, phenomenal. Nailed it. The story, however, didn't nail it. Not at all. I'll tell you why. I dropped the sciences on you right now. In the first Max Payne game, your entire family is killed because your wife inadvertently found this huge conspiracy. Set up the entire game. Perfect. Max Payne 2, you have to kill Winterson to save Mona Sachs, which sets up the rest of the conspiracies in that game. Perfect. In this game, you have to deal with a bunch of greedy dumb bitches because you have to protect them because that's your job. Let me say it like this. In the first level, the family's attacked. People die. You have to save motherfuckers by shooting them. What do the next day? They go take a helicopter to a club to go party. This is the level of disappointment and stupidity you have to deal with when it comes to Max Payne 3's storyline. This is Dahmer's cool stuff, and as always, do good gaming.